from the beginning. So this is the first video, sit-down conversation, storytelling, and chit-chat on Asetena, and I'm quite happy that you're actually the first person that I'm interviewing here on the program. So Asetena is a content page which just does everything what life is. Asetena is the way we live. And on this channel, it's going to be documentaries, it's going to be social conversations, it's going to be interviews like this. So I'm happy you're here.
I'm also happy to be here. And you know, I can't be second, I can't be third. First.
That's good.
First. Please drop this one first.
Okay, I will. Okay, so who's Nii Yemoh?
Okay, so Nii Yemoh is a content creator, a husband, proud one. I'm a photographer, videographer. I'm an IT person. Like, I do almost everything. Jack of all trades, master of all.
Okay, that's good to know. I want to talk to you about something which is quite dear to you, and I don't necessarily want to go directly into what I want to talk about. So I give a bit of premise for people to understand where we're going to talk about. But essentially, we were talking about fatherhood and other aspects of fatherhood pertaining to your story particularly. So first of all, how long have you been married?
We've been married for a very long time. Now, I started dating my wife when she completed SHS. I grabbed her, very small by then, so it was easy for me. We dated for 6 years.
Okay. Okay. And you've been married for how long?
Almost 3 years.
Almost 3 years. How has that been for you? It's
been good. Like, I don't feel that thing they've been saying about marriage, the pressure, you have to do this, blah, blah, blah. We understand each other, and it's like I'm still single because I do everything I used to do when I was single. I see friends, I go out. My wife doesn't really care. Like, she'll just check up on me. Are you okay? When are you coming? What will you eat? We don't do. When you're hungry, please go and eat your food. Yeah. That's how we live, and it's working for us.
Yeah. And I have to say congratulations, because when we were in the car on our way here, you told me that your wife was pregnant.
Yeah.
So congratulations.
Pregnant. Yes.
All right. How is it like though?
With the pregnancy?
Pregnancy, yeah.
Yes.
Especially with regards to the fact that leading to where I'm going, that this is not the first.
Yes. Okay, so when it happened, my wife didn't want to tell me because of the previous whatever that happened. So she wanted to keep it like a secret, but eventually it will come out. Later, she decided to tell me because she felt like, now we are in this together. When she told me, honestly, I can't explain the feeling. It wasn't happiness, and I wasn't sad. But I just don't know. I was like, okay. So the next thing was like, we had to pray. But I can't explain the feeling. I wasn't happy and I wasn't sad. I wasn't happy and I wasn't sad. So later, I don't know, like, I started like understanding the whole thing. Like, it started coming to me small. I didn't even want to know the gender.
Why do you think, this being your second attempt at having a child, your reaction was that way? Was it because of how the previous one went?
I think because of, we didn't plan.
Okay.
We were trying not to get pregnant. You know, we have things you do, like, you don't want to get pregnant. And the thing happened. So I wasn't expecting it. And I think the first one, like, the memories were still there. And I have the first one on my phone. It is still on my phone. I have it in my studio, big like that. You understand? So when this one came, I was confused. I don't know the feeling. If I have to throw the first one away, the attachment, like the feeling I have for the first one, if I have to like throw it away and put this one in there. So I was confused. I didn't know what I was feeling. But eventually, I get to understand everything.
Yeah, with the things you said right now about the first one being in the background of the house, the pictures on your phone, was that your way of dealing with the grief of losing a child?
I think, I don't know, but people like complain about this a lot. People always try to tell me to take the picture off. I should remove it from my phone and all of those things. But I don't know, it makes me feel okay rather.
So that's your way of coping?
Yeah, I think so. I think taking his picture away, trying to erase the memory, makes me feel bad. Like I feel I didn't do enough for the baby.
Okay. Before we get into this deeper, I want people to know a few things, some happier memories, if you will. So, the first time, how did it feel like when you were told you're going to be a father?
So funny enough, I wasn't happy.
Why?
Because we got married and at least let's wait for maybe a year and a half. But we got married and the next thing is pregnancy.
Didn't you use
protection?
Yes, or contraception?
You know, women, if they want to get pregnant, there's nothing you can do. They will get pregnant for you. I think that's what happened. So
you feel like your wife wanted it more?
Yes, she wanted it more. And I wasn't happy, honestly. I wasn't happy because I felt like I have a lot of things to do. I'm a content creator. I want to like travel. I want to do stuff. Baby is coming. Now everything will pause. That's how I felt. So I wasn't happy in the beginning, but eventually I became happy.
Yeah. Sorry. What was it like the day she delivered, the day you saw your baby for the first time? It was a boy, right?
Okay, yes. So before, she went through CS. Before she went
cesarean section.
She was trying to go through the natural like labor, but I think the baby was in distress, so they had to rush her and go and cut her and all of those things. But before she went through that CS, like they came to talk to us, the doctor. They were like, doing this is like crossing the road. Car can knock you down, blah, blah, blah. So she might survive it. Charlie, it was hell. We started crying at the hospital. Yeah, we started crying. Like, we were crying. My mom was there. She was like, nah, I should stop. I shouldn't cry. She had to call her auntie, pray with her. Like, it wasn't easy. That moment, Charlie, it wasn't easy at all. Finally, like, I allowed them. They took her away. And after some 20 minutes or something, they brought the baby. Yeah, and the baby came and the baby was giving me one eye. Like this.
How did you feel?
I felt like happy. I felt happy because before the delivery, because we are content creators, people were saying stuff. And you don't bring your life onto the internet, blah, 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 like all sorts of things. So when we were going through that thing, when they said the baby was in distress, I was like, God. So this is what they're going to say, we told you, like I told you so, like all of those things. When the baby came, I was very happy. I felt like, Charlie, I've defeated everybody.
And then what happened after?
The baby had jaundice, which is very like normal in newborns, like new babies.
When did you discover that the baby
had jaundice? I think the third day. The baby was not feeding because the breast milk was not coming. And we are like, this is our first time. My wife didn't know. And the nurses were like, oh, force, it will come, force. So the baby was not feeding. So the baby had jaundice. We had to send the baby to NICU. They treated her for like, hey, I said her. They treated him for like 5 days and we sent him home. And that was when everything started. We spent 6 weeks with the baby. And the baby fell sick one evening. The baby was not feeding. Anything you give the baby will just throw up. So we had to send the baby to the hospital again. We went to the hospital. They said it's what? Infection, whatever. I mean, I don't know. And the pulse was very high, abnormally fast. So they wanted to bring the heart rate down. So in doing that, I think they didn't succeed. And yeah. It happened. We lost the baby.
When you were told that, I was watching a video your wife did a couple of days ago, and she told me how it happened. So what was running through your mind the day she called you that she was in the hospital and then you should come by? What was going through your mind when you were on your way there?
Okay.
What was some of the things you were expecting?
Okay, so this thing really changed me. Like, I used to be very stubborn. I don't believe in so many things. You say this, I'll laugh at you. you say this, I deal with logics. But this thing really changed a lot. And I started paying attention to nature. Like, I just respect some things our parents do, our forefathers do. Yeah. So when my wife called me, I was dreaming. I was having a dream that day because I was in the hospital with her, and around 12 a.m. I had to leave, go home and go and take off the house too. So my wife was in the hospital. So when the thing happened around 4 a.m. or something, yeah, she called me, and I was having a dream. Someone was trying to choke me with a broken bottle or something like that, and I was able to hit the person. So the bottle went up, and the bottle came to hit the ground. You hear that sound, like crash, that sound. That was when the call came. So I woke up and I was like sweating and I was panting. My wife was like, can I come to the hospital right now? I was like, what is it? What's the problem? Tell me. No, the nurse said I should come, but they want to talk to me, I should come. So I didn't even drive. I just went out around 4 a.m., just walking by the roadside crying. Because it's like I know, because of the dream. So I was just crying. And I saw one taxi, I sat inside. Told the driver, just send me to the hospital. So when it's like I knew it before I even got there. When I got there, they told me, I saw the baby. It wasn't easy, like it's crazy, like a whole lot. The I told you so's, the baby didn't really like experience me because the baby was in the hospital, NICU, home, back to hospital again. I feel like I didn't do enough for the baby. Yeah, that's how I felt. And we didn't even name the baby because per our tradition, after 1 week, you have to name the baby. I'm a gun. But that 1 week, the baby was still in the hospital. So when we came home, we had to name the baby, and some issues, that one. Anyway, someone I respect a lot, said, no, we have to do it at the church. We shouldn't do anything in the house, like we have to do it at the church. So we had to delay again. So we didn't name the baby, and it happened.
Do you regret that?
A lot. I regret a lot.
What would you have named the boy?
Everybody was calling him Little Yemoh, Little Yemoh. Like the internet gave him a name before he became out Little Yemoh. But we decided to, sorry.
But you?
Yeah, we decided to call him Yemoh.
Yemoh?
Yeah.
Why Yemoh? What was the importance of Yemoh to you?
Yes.
How do you spell Yemoh?
Yemoh, I think the Yemoh is J-E-M-O-L.
Yemoh.
Yeah, Yemoh. I'm just trying to put the words together because my wife came up with one sentence like that and we have to just abbreviate it. Yemoh, yeah. Jesus, my only life, or something like that, yeah.
That's quite powerful. So did you end up giving the name to honor his memory?
The Little Yemoh is the name everybody knows, so we left it like that. Okay.
And after that, how did you cope?
Yes, after that, it wasn't easy. Now you come back home, you see the baby stuff because the baby stuff was everywhere. See the baby stuff, it wasn't easy, Charlie. Just start crying and a whole lot. Like, it wasn't easy at all. This feeling, you can't explain it. And you don't wish this even for your worst enemy. You understand? Like, I'm trying to explain the feeling, but I can't. That's what I'm saying. You don't even wish this for your worst enemy. It wasn't easy. Like, you don't know what you are feeling, what you are going through. You don't know if it's your fault. You don't know if it's meant to happen. You don't know if it's your wife's fault. You don't know if it's your mom's. Maybe your mom did something. You don't know if it's your wife's mom. If you don't take time, this thing can even bring confusion to destroy the marriage. Because you start thinking, but when your mom was bathing the baby, didn't your mom see this? Did your mom realize this? All of those things. Then later you start blaming yourself again. Social media. Why did I display everything on social media? Blah, blah. Like, it wasn't easy. All these thoughts was running through my mind. But one doctor saved me, Dr. Gifty. Okay, I can't call her Dr. Gifty. She has a surname, but I'm used to the Dr. Gifty. So Gifty like really saved me. We met Gifty at the hospital. We didn't know Gifty. And we're like, oh, we are content creators and we want to like document the process. Can you allow us to shoot? And she was like, oh, cool. I want to be in the video. And that's how we became friends. So Gifty started calling me because she became our friend. Started talking to me. I'll be crying. She can talk to me for like 2 hours. I'll be crying. She would talk to me. She spoke a lot. She really helped me. I even told her I want to stop the YouTube thing because people are talking too much and I can't take it. Text message, DMs, comments. Then someone even said, next time you won't come and display your life on social media.
That's terrible.
Yes. Someone even said we've used the baby for rituals, money rituals. Everybody was saying what they like. Someone can even call you and the person will be talking. The person, I don't know if they don't realize or they just want to do it. Oh, sorry. But you see the social media thing, like, no, you don't have to say that. So Gifty like spoke a lot and I told Gifty, I want to stop this YouTube thing. Gifty was like, no, why will I stop? Like, what was the connection here? YouTube and the baby going, like, what has YouTube done? And I said, no, I don't know. Like, I'm confused and like, I'm tired. She was like, I should listen. And she asked me one question. How many of my friends are doing YouTube? Because that time I wasn't having all these YouTube friends. I was like, no one, I'm the only one. I was like, so you're the only one now. You want to stop. If you stop, what will you gain? People want to be like you. Like you are the only person in that space. You've been able to gain all these loyal like subscribers, this family. Why do you want to stop? No, this is a test. You need to keep pushing. Your story might even inspire someone going through the same and they might come out of it. Oh, and Charlie, decide to continue. So, Gifty, thank him. I thank her a lot.
You made mention of all the things that could have happened with your relationship with your family and everything. What did happen in your marriage? How did it affect you?
In the marriage, it didn't really affect us because I didn't allow myself to get there. The things I was thinking of, I didn't allow myself to get there. I just left everything. And I think, yes, the autopsy, I think getting to know what really caused the baby's death really helped. It saved me from a whole lot of things because I was there crying every day. I'll be sitting in one corner in the room, just be there, just thinking, crying, thinking. So when the result came out, and Gifty was the same person who pushed us to do the autopsy. Because we didn't want to do it. We were like, Charlie, let's just bury the boy. She was like, no, we should know what happened. So that next time, maybe we can stop it. So we did it, the result came and the baby was having arterial septal defect. I think for the heart, it's a heart thing, I don't know. They said the heart, every baby when they born you, the heart is like this. There will be a small gap. When you are growing, it will close. Our baby's own didn't close. So they wanted to force to close it. That was when they were trying to bring the pressure down. So when we got to know the cause, like, at least I was a bit relieved. Okay, it's not my negligence. It's not the YouTube. It's not what my mom did. It's not what her mom did. I think that really helped, knowing what really happened.
Did you get any form of external support in terms of counseling?
In terms
for dealing with the grief?
No. No, I didn't allow that to happen.
Why?
Apart from the Dr. Gifty lady I was talking about. Because I'm the type that you can't counsel me, you can't advise me. I'm not above advice, but you can't counsel me, like, that's my type.
This is from the angle of clinical psychology and the effect of trauma, the kind of trauma you went through, being the first time father and losing the child, and how it affects your mind and your general. This is not counseling in the form of the religious and take heart and do this. Didn't you feel that you needed to speak to someone?
No. And I think I love to grieve alone and solve my issues myself. When you try talking to me,
how do you know that you've gotten over it?
How do I know? Maybe the things I do, my lifestyle and everything shows that I'm going to do right.
Are you sure?
Like I wouldn't be talking about it today because I don't allow people to go there with me. You're the first person.
I'm honored. So you don't have any support in terms of friends, other men that you could actually talk to that this happened to you and your wife, and there was no other support system besides your family?
Okay, I was not even talking to my family that much. It was just my mom. It was just my mom. But I was talking to, I think, two of my friends, Black. I don't know if you know him. He's the guy bashing people on YouTube. Black. He's like my best friend. And one other guy in the UK right now, Dombelly. Yeah, we talk a lot. So I was talking to them, but just normal talks. Like I'm always advising them and I'm always counseling them. So they cannot really like do much. They can just listen to me. So
was it enough to vent?
Yeah, I think it was enough. Because at least they were listening to me. I'll remember this then. I'll tell them even this, it could be this, blah, blah. So I think that also helped.
What would you do different with your wife expecting now?
What I will do different is we will take antenatal serious. Yes, we will be very, 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 very careful with the drugs we take and all of those things, because all these things can cause something, like you never know. Because when you're pregnant, they'll tell you, oh, drink Cantosi. That's the tree name. I don't know the English name for it. That round green thing.
I have no idea.
Oh my God. That round green thing. They use it in contombre. They grind it when they are doing contombre.
Oh, bedru.
Yeah, it's bedru, right? Yeah, bedru, yeah. That thing. He will put the name. Yeah. So they'll tell you, drink that thing. You need blood. Drink this. But maybe it's not really helping the baby. And and this time around, like, we'll take folic acid very serious. Like,
you weren't before?
The first one, we were taking the drugs, but my wife was working. Okay, but this time around, no, she's not working. Like, I made her quit. She was working, so she had to go to work, go to town. She's the procurement officer for the place. So she'll have to go to town, get staff, try to bargain, beat price. Accra Central, like, it was very stressful, heavily pregnant and stuff. So sometimes the medicine, she will have to skip. It's not her fault. Traffic and all of those things.
Okay.
So we are going to take all of those things very serious. But for the social media thing, I'll just say we hope for the best, but I don't believe anyone has the power to do anything to us on social media.
All right. It's been really nice talking to you, being the first person I'm speaking to, and thank you very much for sharing your story with us. And we wish you all the best with, your wife being pregnant with a new child, and hopefully we get to celebrate with you one time.
Sure. We'll come here again and come and talk about it.
Yeah, I would like to speak to AJ about her perspective as well. Yeah, thank you very much.
All right.